Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich is here. 62 degrees, slightly warmer tonight.
Yeah, pretty mild right now. We're waiting for some of that cool air to move in. Last night we were in the 40s, coolest night of the season so far. So tonight feels really warm out there, but trust me, it's going to get cool again. Gorgeous night as we look towards uptown, or should I say morning now. Very comfortable out there. Sunny and mild, elevated fire risk tomorrow. That's going to be the big weather story for your Wednesday. The breezy, dry conditions and the ongoing drought is going to cause some issues. Stays cool and dry into the weekend, and next week, significant pattern change. We're talking wet weather, and it could be chilly, maybe even some wintry weather for the mountains. Now the realm of possibility. Winds calming down tonight after they were pretty breezy, but that's going to be a story tomorrow later in the afternoon. Now in the morning, expect those temperatures to start off right around 50 degrees. Could take a while to get there. It might be after sunrise this morning, but then that cool air begins to rush in, and we'll see temperatures in the low, possibly mid 70s. But with the wind and the dry air, it's going to create a high fire danger. Meaning if a fire should start, which we're the number one reason they start, the conditions are favorable for rapid spread of any wildfire. So please be extra cautious, really, for the foreseeable future, because we are going to see this fire risk stay high through the fall fire season. See the cold front move through, so dry, calm conditions for Thursday, Friday, even into the weekend. It looks great, though we could see a few more clouds. Just a spectacular stretch of weather here going into the weekend. The big story is going to be next week as we start to see moisture creeping in from the south. It doesn't get here in the next 5 days. It's really next week that we start to see it. So we're bone dry. Drought monitor comes out on Thursday. We'll likely see some worsening conditions for our area. Quick update on Melissa, the 11 p.m. advisory from last night. This thing is not going to move. It is just going to meander down there, likely heading towards Jamaica sometime this weekend or early next week. And then from there, uncertainty if it goes north or continues off to the west. So let's talk about this pattern change next week. The jet stream is finally going to take a fall dip and dive all the way down to the Gulf Coast, possibly by the middle of next week. That'll do two things: provide ample opportunity for showers, but also much cooler air, even in the upper levels, which could lead to some high elevation snows, maybe in the middle to end of next week. One low pressure system arrives early in the week. More rain to the south than north. Second upper level low comes in, and this would be a chilly rain. And again, we're not looking at a winter storm in this case, but this is kind of typical with these upper lows. You get above 4,500 feet, you get some wet snow, beach, sugar, Roan Mountain over there towards Mount Rogers. That's going to move up the east coast, maybe as a nor'easter, and keep the cool, wet weather with us probably through Thursday, but clearing out in time for a dry Halloween. So the weekend forecast, we're looking at a cool weekend. Again, temperatures in the 60s, morning lows in the 40s, but that's kind of typical for this time of year. Your Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast. Notice the mild air is the next couple of days. Starts to cool down this weekend. And we show you the 10-day forecast because next week, that's a significant pattern change. Wet and cool Monday through Thursday with Halloween drying out but staying on the chilly side.